This is lesson 2.4 on simplifying variable expressions. Your reference pages are pages 78 through 81. When we talk about simplifying variable expressions, that's where like terms comes in. We call it combining like terms. So here's what you do. Step one is to use the distributive property if you need it. There is not always a distributive property in the expression, but if there is, it's the first thing you should do. The second thing you should do is combine like terms. Well, how do you do that? Remember that like terms have the same variables and the same exponents. If it's one with variables, then you combine them by adding or subtracting the coefficients of the like variables. So, for example, if I have 2xy plus xy, then I combine the coefficients. The coefficient of 2 and the invisible one here is 1. So this would be 3xy. Because you need to remember that x alone really equal, its coefficient is 1. Then you also can combine the constants. So that would be like -4 plus 7. And if we combine those constants, then it would be 3. And we can combine those because all integers and all numbers are constants. All right, let's look at this problem. It says -12 times 5x minus 3 plus 6 minus x. The first thing we have to do is distribute it -12 over the parentheses. -12 times 5x would be -60x. -12 times -3 would be positive 36. Because you remember that this sign goes with the term that follows it. So this is a -3. So now we have plus 6 minus x, so we just bring down. The next thing we need to do is combine like terms. Our first set of like terms is -60x minus x. Since they are both negatives, and we know that when we subtract, we end up adding, so we would go plus a -11x, and the number that goes with that is 1. So we've got a -1 and a -60 for a -61x. The other terms we have to combine are our constants. We have -36 and 6. And because they have different signs, we subtracted them and we get -30. So we simplify this to -61x minus 30. Because these are not like terms, we cannot add them together, and that's in its simplest form. In the first section, it asks you to name the coefficients, any like terms, and any constants. And this is a good review for you. So in number 1, the coefficients were 3 and 5. There were no like terms, and -3 was the constant. In number 2, the coefficient was 2. There were no like terms, and the constant was -7. In number 3, the coefficients were 4, -7, and 3. The like terms were 4x and -7x, and there were no constants. And in the fourth problem, the coefficients were 6 and -5, and the like terms were 6xy and -5xy, and again, there were no constants. Then you were asked to simplify in 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, 9, and 10, you were asked to simplify. So you combine 2r plus 6r to get 8r minus 5. In number 8, it was 12a plus a. Remember that there is a 1 with this a, so you got 13a. In number 9, it asks you to combine 2x plus 5x for 7x plus 3. And finally, in number 10, it was 2m minus m, which would have equaled m plus 4. All right, if you have any questions, I'll see you tomorrow in class. I think I'm getting